What if you could build a business that gives you the life of freedom you deserve? What if you could find the secrets to marketing, leadership, customer service, and other aspects of business that help you exceed your goals? What if you could walk away from your business for 30 days and it never misses a beat? That's what this podcast is for, to help business leaders like you find freedom from the day-to-day grind and start spending your time doing the things you love. I'm Levi McClendon, and my co-host is Josh Taylor, and this is the Cheers to Freedom podcast.
Hey, welcome to the Cheers to Freedom podcast. I am Josh Taylor, and I am with Levi McClendon. Levi, you doing all right today?
Man, I'm doing really well. How about yourself, Josh?
I am doing great. I am excited because we just opened up registration for the Offsite Freedom Summit, and we've got people already registering. We're limiting this, but I'm going to let you talk about this because you're pumped. I mean, we're all pumped, but you're like a kid in a candy shop when we're talking about this Freedom Summit. So tell us about the Freedom Summit. What's going to happen?
I think you and I are both equally as excited. I mean, this is something we've been talking about for over a year.
It's a bucket list
wanting
for me.
to do. I mean, Josh came on. He's like, I want to host an event, whatever. And we just feel like a lot of times, we are not able to really dive deep with our customers. There's so many things that we do. There's so many strategies. And we just can't get to everybody, so we feel bad about it. So that's why we're like, this is for Offsite customers only, the Offspotters, right? So we have it limited, like Josh said, and we're going to have a blast. We're going to have 50 companies. We're going to allow 50 of our customers. We're going to do a really fun excursion on a boat. Now, it's not just about the fun, but we're going to have fun, as our Offspotters love to have fun. But we're going to do the dinner cruise on a 150-foot yacht. That's going to be super fun. We're going to do a cool reception with live music on the boat and at the reception. We're going to have, of course, a full day of just Offsite stuff, right? We're going to bring our best. We're going to have case studies. We're going to have a workbook for you. We're going to have practical information, Josh. What I'm so excited about is that these guys, my goal is for them to come out, of course, have a fabulous time in Destin, Florida, is my neck of the woods, but they get to go back with some things that they're going to be able to implement, some practical things they can take back to their washes and make a difference. So yeah, I'm super excited. It's going to be really fun, as you can tell.
And it really is. And even one of the things, what we're going to be talking about on the podcast today, we're going to dive deeper into the go-to-market strategies and just all these different things that we're going to be doing in the summit. So I'm super excited. So if you are listening and you are an Offsite customer, this is us inviting you to attend. You can go to offsite.com/freedom-summit. I'm going to put that link right down here, and you can register for that. Look, until July 31st, you can actually get a second team member to come with you for half the price. So that's going to be November 2nd through the 4th in Sandestin, Florida, which is like, Destin is like super nice, and then Sandestin is like the next nice. So it's a really nice area of the Gulf Coast, and it's the bluest waters on the Gulf Coast. You're not going to regret being a part of this. So
and bring a spouse, bring a partner, loved one. Seriously, we want you to come have a vacation. You can book early, stay late. That's why we did it when we did. It's going to be a lot of fun. We're going to play golf for those who want to play golf. There's a golf course right there. So I'm just looking forward to hanging with all of our friends, which are our customers, and we'd love to get to know your spouses and stuff. So bring them down. It's going to be a blast. Yeah, super fun. So, all right, let's rock and roll, Josh. What are we talking about today?
We're talking about go-to-market strategies, and this is something that you and I. It's funny because I'll send you random texts of car washes that are doing these go-to-market strategies where they're just giving away free washes, which kind of seems the industry standard. Just open up and give 2 or 3 weeks away of just free washes, but they're not exchanging information for it. And it drives us crazy because there's so much that we can do and with these grand openings and all these different things. So that's what we're going to be talking about today. We're going to keep it kind of high level today because at the Freedom Summit, we're going to dive really deep into this. And those that attend the Freedom Summit are actually going to put a strategy to paper for these go-to-market. But Levi, our idea is, imagine that before you open up your next location, you can already have 2,000 members in that location. So how do we do that?
Yeah, I'm not going to tell you. You're going to have to come to the Freedom Summit.
Come to the Freedom Summit, and we're done.
So yes, and we're out. No, it's awesome. We've done this before already. So I think the biggest thing, Josh, in anything is having a plan, right? You got to have a plan. And a lot of times people are like, oh, we're just going to open and build it and they will come and people are just going to come through the wash. Partly true. That is going to happen. You see a wash being built, people are going to visit. But like you said, imagine having 2,000 to 3,000 members already before you even open, and being able to communicate with those members and or prospects. And of course, that's what we do. We're really big about being able to communicate with your customers and or prospects to let them know. And so what we want to give you today is more of a high level of, we're all about the funnels, right? The 5 funnels to freedom. 3 of these funnels being your online, your on-site, and your off-site funnels. And so let's go through these, Josh. We're just going to touch on a few. These are pre-opening, right? So we call it a GTM. We actually, in our OpSpot platform, we have a GTM account. This is just for people that you're not open yet. They're for all the people who've signed up for a free wash, or we'll get into a couple other things like a founders club, things like that in just a minute. But these are specifically, this campaign, Josh, is awesome because it's all pre-opening. So we're going to be engaging with customers, keeping them informed. They're going to be helping inform their friends and family. So again, that we can let them know when you're going to open. There's a lot of delays. There's a lot of things that happen. So you want to keep those customers, up to date, and then get them excited to come into your wash. So, so we get a lot of questions about like time frame too, like when should we do things? What should we do? So we're going to touch on those right now. And then again, at the summit, we'll get deeper into that. So let's talk about some online first. Josh, what do you think?
Yeah, so you've got the obvious. You've got social media. You have Instagram, Facebook, and you've got your website and those kind of things. So if you're getting all of these things set up, you want to point people to that free wash. You want to point people to letting people know, hey, we're opening up. And create that anticipation, create that excitement about a new wash, and get people to go ahead and opt in so that you can start communicating with them. Because, like you said, there's so much, especially right now. There are so many unexpected things with supply chain and all that kind of stuff that you might plan a grand opening, and then one of your suppliers calls you 2 weeks out and says, hey, we're not going to have this ready, and now you've got to push your grand opening back. So you've got to be able to communicate with these people, and so go ahead and create that anticipation for that opening.
And I would do it 30, 60, 90 days. That's not too soon. When you're posting things online to a community around you and they see the wash going up, there's no reason you can't be saying, hey, free wash when we open, right? That's your call to action. Super easy. Free wash when we open, click here. And the beautiful thing is, Josh, is we're not going to give them that free wash immediately. We're going to, when the customer enters their phone number or text your keyword, scans your code, whatever that looks like, we're going to say, hey, welcome to ABC Car Wash. We'll let you know when we open and send you that free wash. So along the way, we can, again, based off of, anticipating grand openings, things like that, referring to your friends, get them in that database and just welcome them. So some of our customers, Josh, have been like, oh, I don't want to give them a free wash. We're not sure if we're open. You don't have to. This is all about building that database. So online is huge. Even radio, I'm not a huge radio fan, but I've had some customers have some success with radio. It's easy because you're texting a keyword, right? Hey, free car wash at ABC Car Wash, text ABC to 30400. It works, and people will go for free. We've seen that. We want that free in exchange for the phone number for sure. So online, done.
Your website, that call to action on your website needs to be a free wash. Let people know, hey, we're opening soon. Click here to get your free wash when we open, and then they've got to put in their phone number to get that. So, as you're getting your website ready, which we know some people that can do that, that call to action needs to be that call to action needs to be your free wash. And probably the other call to action is maybe getting those employees. So your website is a great way to do both of those things, but get people to that. On-site, we've seen some cool stuff with some of our customers with this on-site stuff. So let's talk a little bit about that.
Yeah, definitely. I think depending on the city, right, or the county and what they're going to let you put up for signage, it's not too soon to put a big banner up. Free wash when we open, text or scan. Okay, so simple, you guys. These are things that you should be doing that literally we say you're going to be making money in your sleep, because you want them up and there and you don't have to manage them. So you have to spend a little time and money putting together a really easy banner that says free wash when we open, text or scan. Get it up there. If you can do yard signs, A-frames, banners. We've seen hot air balloons, a really cool hot air balloon that's huge on the top, free car wash. Again, it depends on the city, the county, the timing, when you can do those things, but check and be aggressive with it. Once they're up, you got thousands of cars coming by the wash. Build your database and do it while sleeping, right? So get those up. Some people have digital menu boards, Josh. So when you're putting in these things, have a big old digital menu board. There's no reason you can't be display it, free wash when we open. And so those are the things that you for your on-site, for right around your wash area, you need to be doing those for sure.
So let's talk about with the Onsite. There was a great idea with the iPads. When you have your grand opening, you're going to have You're going to have a long line, especially people coming in and redeeming these things. And so, give your CSA, standing out there like Chick-fil-A does when they're taking orders, and give them an iPad so that they're walking down the car line and maybe saying something like, "Hey, are you using your free wash pass today?" If they say no, say, "Hey, let me get you one today. You don't have to pay for your car wash today." And you're going to be able to enter their phone number into that iPad. But you're not just having people come up and just randomly getting a free wash, but now you're engaging those customers in the car line. You're getting them excited. But after they redeem that wash, what's going to happen? They're going to get a text 15 minutes later, and tell us about the importance of that text that they're going to get after they redeem that wash.
Well, Josh, you bring up a really good point, and we won't get too far into the weeds on this, but I think this is critical. When you are opening up a wash, your online reviews are very, very important, right? So, and unfortunately, when you're opening, there's going to be some bugs. There's going to be some things happen, and I think it's imperative that you provide a really easy way for your customers to give you a positive review and then filter out those negative reviews if you can. And so, our system, if you're giving away that free wash, when I scan that code, 10 to 15 minutes later, we have what we call our private reviews feature. And so you're going to get a text. That customer is going to get a text that says, "Hey, how was your experience today? Rate us 1 through 5. If I give you a 5, then we'll say, "Hey, great. Do you mind sharing with others to let them know?" We're going to kick them over to Google Reviews, Yelp, whatever you want to do. If it's a 1, 2, or 3, we're going to say, "Hey, we're sorry to hear that. Tell us what happened so we can take care of it." And what's awesome about that, Josh, is now you guys, the customer, the car wash owner or managers, you're going to get alerted of that issue, and you're going to be able to re-engage because you'll have their phone number in the comment. You can either send them another wash and say, "Hey, we're sorry we're working things out. We're working out the bugs. Here's another wash. Give us another shot," And so being able to have those tools and take care of that customer before they go public and give you a negative review is huge. So you're kind of doing both things, growing those positive reviews immediately off the good experiences, and then deflecting the negative reviews before people go public. And so I just want to touch on something real fast, Josh. You kind of just breezed over this, but I'm telling you, it is crazy for customers, for our car wash owners, to be giving away free washes for 1, 2, 3, 4 weeks without exchanging anything for that free wash. Okay, you guys, I'm just telling you right now, you are wasting opportunity. You are wasting your money. You've spent millions of dollars. Beautiful washes. And I know I harp on this, but I still see it, Josh. You send me posts all the time. Look at on Facebook, free wash, come in. And then on site, they have a sign says free wash, but there's no call to action. There's no exchange. They're just letting people through the wash. Having that free wash isn't just about the free, guys. It's about building that database, communicating, and then just what we talked about on those reviews. It's so important. Sorry, I know I'm going off on this, but that is so passionate. You've got to make sure that you're able to engage with those customers and give them that place where they can actually talk to you and you can talk back and take care of any issues. All right.
Well, and the difference is, a lot of these washes that are doing these free washes and doing that, that's the only call to action. Your customers might be putting in their phone number on the pay station to get that free wash, but the reality is what strategic campaign do you have them going into? Are they going to get a text 15 minutes later that gets a review? Are they going to have a follow-up campaign that ultimately onboards them to becoming a member, or the Founders Club that we're going to be talking about here in just a second? But the last part of this is the offsite funnel, the offsite strategy here. So let's talk a little bit about that, partnering with local businesses.
Yeah, and so this is the third funnel of our 5 funnels to freedom that we talk about. And so we're going to stop here. We're not going to get a little bit into retention and churn, but let's talk about this because this is super critical. When you are building a wash near retail locations such as restaurants, oil and lube places, car dealerships, apartment complexes, business complexes, churches, convenience stores, there are so many places that you can take, business size cards, right? That's, either rack cards, business size cards, whatever. you literally, Josh, can go in, have a conversation with somebody and say, hey, listen, we're opening up down the road and we're just trying to give free washes away, be a part of the local community here. We want to give away free washes. If you go in there with a stack of 100 or 200 of these business size cards, put them in a little holder, take them in and say, hey, do you mind if I set this on your counter here? We're opening up. They're not going to say no. Like, they're going to be okay with that. You're giving away free car washes. And so to do that with a little QR code they can scan, get involved in that local community. Those are where people are hanging out. The people that are visiting, frequenting the restaurants and the convenience stores and whatever, they're in your area. So if you can't do anything on site, I hear people go, well, we can't do anything on our site. Well, you can do things around existing restaurants and, like I said, any retailers in the area. So you're going to have to beat feet a little bit, but get out there, work hard, and you get out of what what you put into things. So
and there's two ways that I would approach that, is because there's an advantage there for the business that you're partnering with, because I would walk in and say, hey, I've got this stack of cards. I want to give away free washes to your customers. If you would just give them this card and say, hey, so and so wash is giving away washes to our customers. So scan this QR code. Man, that makes that restaurant or that lube and oil place or whatever it is that you're partnering with look great, because they're giving their customer stuff. The other way that I would do that is I would walk in and say, hey, I want to buy $500 worth of gift cards from you, $5 a piece. And now, you go to do that 4 or 5 different places. You spent, $2,000 on gift cards that you can randomly give away in your vacuum stations to customers as you go and engage them. Don't try to sell them something else in the vacuum station. Just go up to them and say, how was your wash experience today? What can we improve? Thanks so much. Hey, here's a gift card to Dutch Brothers or Starbucks or whatever it might be, and give that to them. We had a customer that was doing that, and he sent us a text with a post from a girl that was his customer that came in and said, oh my gosh, the nicest man just came up to me at the vacuum station at so-and-so car wash and asked me how my experience was and just gave me this $5 gift card to Starbucks. And she went online at her own, gesture and posted that and tagged the car wash in there. And, that was a surprise and delight kind of thing. You're not trying to sell people. So partner with those businesses, but buy something from them, and they're more likely to push people towards your business as well.
Well, and everyone wants to be the Chick-fil-A of car washing, right? We hear it all the time. So I will tell you, Chick-fil-A used to be one of my biggest customers before we got into the car washing stuff. And so we were doing a lot of texting. And I'll tell you guys a little tip here. Every Chick-fil-A has what's called a unit marketing director, UMD. Go ask to talk to the UMD, the unit marketing director, okay? Talk to them and say, listen, I've got 1,000 or 5,000 of these cards. First of all, buy some gift cards from them. Like Josh said, that's awesome. Hey, we want to buy some gift cards. And at the same time, we're doing free washes, just bag stuffers. Hey, in the drive-through, can you put these in every bag of every customer that comes through? Does Chick-fil-A have anybody that comes through drive-thrus? Thousands. So what a great opportunity.
Yeah, well, and Chick-fil-A always gives away those, cards with a free chicken sandwich or free, milkshake or something like that. So they will probably, most likely, Chick-fil-A and other companies will give you something like that to put in a gift bag to give to your customers. And so there's a lot of opportunity with all of these different local businesses that you can partner with. And so let's talk about the Founders Club, and we're going to stay high level with this one. This is one we're really excited about that we've been implementing with a few of our customers. Let's talk about the Founders Club as we close here.
Yeah, absolutely. So there's a couple different ways that we can do this. So we've had some customers already do this with the Founders Club where we're promoting that. Now, we talk about a free wash. That's just a loss leader, right? That gets them into but imagine now they come in through the free wash and we talk to them and say, hey, be one of the first 2,000 people to sign up for the unlimited wash and get this discount for life. So maybe you normally charge $39 and you say, hey, for founders, $29 for life, right? So that's one way to do it where you're discounting right off the top. But the first 2,000 people that actually sign up for this are going to get that discount. And you can actually have we always talk urgency and scarcity. Two of the biggest things to get people to motivated and to actually act on something. So you want to limit it and you want a time frame, right? So you want to say, hey, by this date, okay, we need 2,000 people by this date. Sign up now to get this. And again, a lot of people know from this wash, they're going to want to do that. So that's one way, Josh, and we've had great success. Another way to do it is not to discount your price. So let's say it's $39 a month for your unlimited. But what we want to do is say, hey, founders, for a limited time, if you sign up, you get one extra wash worth $25, okay, to wash another vehicle. So a lot of times people have, more than one vehicle in their household. Or you can give it to a friend. So you can say, hey, you're going to pay the $29 or $39 a month, but every month we're hooking you up with a coupon for another wash, your top level wash that you can wash any vehicle. So, I mean, if you have that for life and you do that for the first, say, 2,000 people or so, how awesome is that? That I can wash unlimited one car and I get just one. And I don't think we're cannibalizing the family plans because it's not unlimited. It's just one wash that you get, but it's enough to maybe incentivize somebody to sign up for this, keep them on
Yeah.
board, and they're not going to want to quit. Does that make sense?
Well, and look at the difference between, most people will discount and they might discount their monthly membership $5 or $10. Let's say $5, or you give them a free wash, an extra free wash a month. It's costing you the same. That wash might cost you $5 every month, but the value that you're giving to the customer is different. If you're giving them a free $25 wash or $5 off a month, you're giving them more value by giving them that extra wash rather than discounting. But either way, it's costing you the same. And that gives people more incentive to sign up for it.
Well, if you're paying, say, $29 and I'm giving you a $25 wash, basically it's a $4 difference that you're actually paying. So it's almost an offset. So I think as we get into that a little bit, Josh, I think some of the wording and verbiage, not to mislead people, but just to show them the value and say, hey, we're giving you this, you're paying this. So you're paying basically $4 a month to get your unlimited wash club. So I think being able to do that, and again, it's only costing the car wash $4 to $5, sometimes $3, depending on your operations, to give for that wash. So I think it's a really good idea. We've already had some great success with it. We'll share more of that at the Freedom Summit and exactly how to put that together and how our system can do that as far as that free wash, the extra wash, and things like that. So that's going to be, I think, super exciting. We're again, having a lot of success already. And again, imagine grand opening. I already have 2,000 members. I mean, that's a dream for people.
Yeah. So the moral of the story here is don't let your go-to-market strategy just to give away free washes for 2 or 3 weeks, but actually have a clear strategy that's going to follow up with people, that's going to get people in even before you open to get those members signed up, and then start communicating with the other customers and have a strategy on how you're going to communicate even after you're open. So lots of things to play around with here, and we're really excited to dive deeper into this at the Freedom Summit. Again, if you're interested in going to the Freedom Summit, I'm going to put the link here. Again, I'll put it in the show notes if you're watching on YouTube or on your podcast, and make sure that you sign up for that and do it before the 31st so you can get your extra team member for 50% off. But again, we're keeping that very limited. This is a small group of people that are going to be at this Freedom Summit because we really wanted to spend time with these companies and not just have a huge crowd there. And we're only doing it for OpSpot customers because we're not letting anybody do sales pitches.
Yep, absolutely. Going to be, you got to register now. It's going to fill up, and we wouldn't want you to miss out. And these are going to be our top customers, which just sharing ideas, even when we're out on the cruise or hanging out at the hotel and whatnot. So it'll be great to share these ideas with everyone. And don't forget, make sure to subscribe. Text cheers to 411-365. That is 411-365. Text the word cheers. That way you're up to date on these podcasts and some of the other things that we're doing. So we really appreciate you listening. We can't wait to see you in November down here if you are a customer in Destin, Florida. So until then, cheers.
See ya.